Forget what you know about four-wheel drive SUVs. INEOS Motor Company has built the Grenadier, a serious four-wheel drive. We're going to take a deep dive into that today and look at what INEOS has done and what Agile's done to the INEOS Grenadier. It's a real contender for a true four-wheel drive, both on and off-road. So I want to give you a brief history on the INEOS Grenadier. A guy by the name of Sir Jim Radcliffe. He started a motor company. It's called INEOS Motors. Their first vehicle was the Grenadier. They started with a clean slate, a clean sheet of paper. They had no history of what they had built in the past, and they came up with the Grenadier. So the Grenadier is a ladder frame, purpose-built vehicle. It's got a steel body, weighs 6,000 pounds. So it's a really, really heavy-duty vehicle. The motor that they chose was a BMW. It's called the B58 motor. It's about 289 horsepower, about 330 foot-pounds of torque. It's got a lot of torque. And then it's got a ZF 8-speed transmission. It's automatic. And then this transfer case is fairly unique. It's got all-wheel drive all the time. And you shift on the fly into four-wheel drive. What that means is that now you're locked 50-50. When it's in the all-wheel drive position, it can actually differentiate. So when you go off-road, you're gonna want to shift it into four-wheel drive. And then on top of that, it also has a low range. So low range, it's 2.5 to 1. The axles are in, straight axle. They're pretty robust. They have about a 228 millimeter ring gear. This particular model has locking differentials. They call it a rough pack. This enables you to lock the front and rear differentials. The gearing in that is a 410. So as you're putting on your larger tires, that larger tire won't bog down the motor as much. Now let's take a look at what we've done for the Grenadier. So the Grenadier, when you get it, comes with probably about a 31 inch tall tire. We can get a larger tire with a lift on it. We do about a 2 to a 2.5 inch lift on it. We have the Overland HD and we have the Overland XT. They're a 17 by 8, about a 32 millimeter offset. They fit on there perfect. We've got two different styles. These are also equipped with dual valve stems. With the dual valve stems, it allows us to run a rapid deflation device on one and a rapid inflation on the other. We can do with modifications here at the shop. We can install your TPMSs and allow you to run both the rapid inflation and the rapid deflation in the same wheel. Along with that, we do an onboard air system. This is a custom built system. It's purpose built. There's no crimping of wires or anything like that. There will be a little bit of cutting on the back panel, but it's plastic and most people can cut plastic. And then we've got a nice panel that covers it, which allows you to get in there. And if you don't make it perfect, you're gonna cover it anyways. There's like a nice little bezel. Works out really well. It will only work off of when the engine is running, which is exactly what we want you to do. We want your voltage higher on your system to run that pump more efficiently. Again, it's only about a 15-minute inflation time when you're doing it. And then with the rapid air deflation that's in our wheels, you air down extremely quick. Up in the front, we've got Baja Design's auxiliary lights. We're utilizing the XT80R, the R standing for round. That's an extremely capable, high-quality light that they make. They're about 75 watts. This is more of an off-road light. It's a pro light. They're used in motorcycles, trophy trucks, things like that. Also in that engine compartment, we talked about the engine. So with the B58 motor, it's a BMW motor, extremely robust motor. This one's been detuned. We've done a very simple I/O box with a company that we've been working with the last couple of years called I/O Pedals. We offer a pedal controller, which will change the sensitivity of the pedal. As well, we offer an I/O box. The I/O box will mount in the engine compartment, plug in. It's referred to as a piggyback tune. And we're tying into 3 components on the engine compartment. Again, we've got a custom harness made specifically for the Grenadier. Not only does it fit the B58 motor, but we've also including a bracket that will bolt into the fender well, so you can bolt it right in. This can be run off of a Bluetooth app, which is the way that I prefer to do it. The I/O pedal will also have 2 other features. One is a secure feature. Let's say you're at your buddy's house and you throw him the keys and he gets in it. And if it's in secure mode, when he hits the gas pedal, it won't go anywhere. There will be no gas and you can tell him he broke it. we've got bigger plans for the suspension. We've got new shocks coming for them. We're going to have both a 2.5 Performance Series. So that will be kind of a unique shock, very similar to what we've run on our Mercedes Sprinter applications. It's a very large diameter shock. We can put either linear or digressive valving in it, and it also has a smaller shaft, which makes for a little bit better control, mainly on the rebound. That will be a non-adjustable, basically they call it like an IFP, it'll be a standalone shock. And then we're also going to have what's called the Performance Elite. The Performance Elite will be built with a larger shaft. It will also have remote adjustments on it, and it will use a dual compression adjustment for it. So with that, you should be able to tune this vehicle exactly the way you'll like it. We have several different spring options. We're going to have leveling kits coming out. We have a couple of variations of lifts in the front. We're going to have 3 or 4. In the rear, we're going to probably have up to maybe of a total of about 5 different rear springs. So you can tailor this and build it exactly the way that you want. Along with that suspension, Fox will be coming out with steering stabilizers. Currently right now, Agile Offroad has already come out with steering stabilizers. We've been repurposing Fox components. We've worked with their team a little bit to create applications that will directly bolt on to the Grenadier. So we have both a Performance Series, which is a non-adjustable shock, and then we also have an ATS. So the ATS stands for Adjustable 3-Shaft Shock. Adjustable, so you can adjust it to the way that you want, whether you want a little bit stiffer feel or a lighter feel. And my recommendation on that would be you're going to adjust it the one time and probably leave it. You wouldn't dry it, you wouldn't adjust it soft for street and harder for off-road. Honestly, you'd probably want it even softer for off-road. But there is that capability. And then the 3-shaft, that enables the steering stabilizer not to have a force pushing the shock apart. So it will maintain and drive straight as an arrow. Underneath, we will be having more armor. Currently, we have our differential skids, both front and rear. These are an easy bolt-on. We went with a aluminum material. This aluminum material is fairly malleable. So when you are hitting rocks, things like that, you'll hear kind of a thudding noise, and it'll kind of might miss shape. Not a big deal. I mean, they're skid plates. You're going to hit them. We don't want steel on steel where it's just driving that force right into it. We want a little bit of a shock absorber in there. We do give you a lifetime warranty on those differential skids. If you ever have a problem, just give us a call, send us a picture. We'll send you out a new one, and we'll take that one back. And remember, scars are cool, so scar them up. Along with the underneath on that suspension, we're going to be enhancing some of the other features. We will be having a full line of skid plates, as well as drive shaft components, things like that. So we've got a lot more in the works that we can you'll have to keep a mind on. So a little bit more on the skid plates for it. We do have our rock sliders. The rock sliders are going to be available in steel and aluminum. These are extremely well thought out and well made. They increase the height of the Grenadier sitting off the ground substantially over anybody's skid plates out there. We're actually removing the plastic panel that's on the bottom of the body, completely removing that. We're mounting a billet piece of material that enables us to bolt either the steel or aluminum top plate to, and then go underneath to the body. Now bear in mind, these are going to be mounted to the body. That gives us for maximum clearance. As well, you're going to get yourself a nice little step. That step allows you to get up and down off the side of the vehicle. We've got the Leitner roof rack. We're selling the Leitner products. We have all of those components here. We have his side racks, his top racks, all the components for if you want to put solar panels, you want to put max tracks, rotopacks, boxes, any of that stuff up top. We can help you out. Check all that stuff out. We've got a lot of different capabilities. As well, we've got our Baja designs. We're doing an S2 in the front. It's about a 40-inch S2 in the front. We made special brackets for that. We do have other light mounts that enable you to put different brand lights. And then we've got side lights, rear lights, all those types of components. The power systems, we can do all your wiring here, whether it's a simple wiring job utilizing what INEOS has put in there, or we can put in a whole new power system, whether you want to upgrade your battery system to like what we've done in mine, which is a 200 amp hour system, which tied into, it's Bluetooth, that ties into the internet. It's an extremely powerful power system that we've installed in this. A lot of people, as you're putting on the larger wheel and tire, you're going to run into your tire fitment on the back door. So we've done two things. We've enabled you to bolt on that larger tire. And we've Americanized the Grenadier. The INEOS Grenadier mounts with the face of the wheel facing towards the back door. What we've done is we've inverted that. So we turn the wheel around, and then we move it over approximately 2 inches towards the driver's side. This enables you to run up to a 35-inch tall tire to clear that back door. Improve some of the things on the dash. We've done a couple of A-pillar handles. You can either replace the one that's on the passenger side, or you can just add one to the driver's side. Adding one to the driver's side enables, in my case, my wife, a little bit easier access to getting in. Along with the rock rails on the side, she can get into the Grenadier a lot easier when she's driving, and when she's not, she uses one on the passenger side. Built into that handle, we've also got a groove. That groove allows us to add like a Ram mount or a 67 design or any of those different brands. It'll slide right in there, and then you can add like a phone or any little doodad you want. We've also replaced the grab handle on the passenger side. I'm a big fan of having a large full-size iPad. I need it for my GPS, so when I'm out driving around, I can actually see what I'm doing. Another feature that we've added is the Wolf Box. We do the installation here. You're gonna find at Agile that we do a few of the items that we're gonna have here we're building it in-house, such as our handles, suspension components, skid plates, rock rails. Those things we're building in-house, but as well, we also offer other brands, such as Lightner, the Wolf Box. We also do the installation here. In the case of the Wolf Box, we go in there and we can set it up to where you will not see a wire. The guys do a really, really clean job. So Grenadier has a lot of pre-wired solutions for you. You can get one where it's got like an upfitter package. You're gonna get a few other wires coming out of the roof. You've got 3 wires that are connected to one switch that you can put like some scene lights on, things like that. And then you've got another one that's designed for like a light bar. In my case, I'm actually using that for the light bar on my Grenadier. But the scene lights I've hooked up to a Switch Pro. We're big fans of the Switch Pro. They have so many different features. Check that out, and that'll enable you to get a lot of features, whether you're running a house system or you want to run it off of your main battery. The model Grenadier that I have is the Fieldmaster. And the Fieldmaster comes with these nice plush, posh carpets in there. I like the carpet, but I never liked the floor mats that were in there. So we carry this mat called an Inhabit mat. They're ridiculously good mats. They're super well made. You can take them out and hose them off. They come in like really, really cool, bright colors. The material is great. Check those out if you've got the Fieldmaster for sure with the carpet. And if you don't, even if you've got just one of the other mats with the rubber mats in there, they really add kind of a nice little touch of class. So it's a great looking mat. With all the capabilities that the INEOS Grenadier has coming stock, we can enhance on that. We can tailor it to the way that you like. From suspension, wheels, tires, interior, power systems, all that. Agile will have you covered.